So here it is, the GitHub plugin, or GH as it's called in Snacks. So basically, it allows you to do a lot of your GitHub workflow still inside of Neovim. And I'll just show you how to quickly set it up. So first things first, you're going to need the GitHub CLI installed. Now if you're on Mac, it's as simple as just doing brew install GH, and then you just need to do GH auth login, and you can log in to your GitHub. So if we just go through the recommended setup here, and I'll show you all the features. So the default setup is basically just the Snacks plugin with enabling the GitHub plugin, enabling the Picker plugin, and then some key maps to open issues, pull requests, etc. And this just gives you the bare bones sort of to get you started. Okay, and I've just got a little demo React project here, which has some issues and some pull requests. And I'm just going to talk you through and show you some of the features. So if we open up Neovim now and we do our leader GI to see the issues, as you can see, it's got the list of issues here, and then it also has the text on underneath. If you zoomed out, because I'm zoomed in for the video, it'll look something like this instead. But obviously for the video purposes, it's zoomed in. So let's just open an issue. Let's go to issue 2. Let's open it in the buffer. And as you notice, it's going to be folded like this in Neovim. So you can do ZN, which will unfold everything. And then you can see all the information. So we've got what the issue is, steps to reproduce, etc. And then you can see comments here. And then if I click enter, I can then add reactions, close the issue, comment on the issue, etc. So if I want to put a comment, comments are working. And then if I do Control S, that's now submitted. And then yeah, comments are working. So it's immediately commented on the GitHub issue. But you know, issues probably isn't the reason you come to this video. You're thinking code reviews, right? Here you go. So if we do leader GP, we can view the pull requests. Let's take a look at pull request 6, for example. So we'll open the PR, do ZN again to unfold everything. We can see the PR description. We can see the comments. We can add comments. And yeah, it's all great. All cool. So if we go back to the pull requests, like something simple like this. So if we go leader GP, back to the pull requests, we'll view the diff for the PR. We can view all the files difference. If I zoom out again so you can see a bit better. This is great. And yeah, if we open a PR that's got a bit more differences, we can see, as you can see, loads of different differences. We can open a file. And then you can do something like, if you use Gitsigns, you can do something like this. So Gitsigns diff, and then boom, you can have a look at the differences from the main branch and the changes, just like that. So you can see for a code review. And then if we go back to here, we could say, let's say we don't like the way this function is done. We want it to be done a bit differently. Then we can go back to the pull requests, go to here, add a comment, and we can say, use an arrow function instead of, for example. And then we submit that, and boom. Now, if I'm honest, there is one thing this plugin is missing, and that is being able to like select some text and maybe suggesting different codes. For example, if I wanted to suggest directly from this, then I could obviously do something like add a comment, say this change to, and then if we add, for example, just make it an arrow function like that. Now that is all fine and dandy. However, it's not going to come up in GitHub as a code suggestion. So if I quickly open up GitHub here, pull request 8. So as you can see, it's done it like that. However, ideally in the future, and I know this is a planned feature because Folke did say on Reddit, I saw one of his posts. Obviously, ideally, you would want that to do something like this. So for example, if we wanted to do like a direct code suggestion, then we could do it like this. And that just makes it so when somebody's doing a code review, they can just, oh yeah, I like that suggestion, I'll apply that, for example. However, from this plugin, you can't currently do that. I do know that it's planned in the future, and this would literally be the last change that I would request in this plugin. Everything else is pretty cool about it. So yeah, just a little quick video showing you this new thing that I'm going to be using. If you want the Git diff thing that I showed before, then all I need to do is have another plugin installed, which is Gitsigns, and it's basically just running this command Gitsigns diff this main. So for example, we could do, if we close this, if we do Gitsigns diff this, and then we can, as you can see, it's populating all the branches there. So we can compare this to any branch. So if I want to compare this to this branch, for example, there you go. That's the change from that branch. But obviously, when you're doing a pull request, usually you merge it into main or like development or something like that. So yeah, it's nice to have a little key map to do that. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys, of this plugin. This is probably going to send me down the rabbit hole of exploring more of the Snacks plugins. I have used some in the past. I have been watching it. It might drag me finally away from Telescope. I do love Telescope though. But yeah, let's see. Catch you in the next one. See you later.